Wait, did Bishop T.D. Jakes just make a move no one expected? Back in 2022, when he handed the pulpit of the Potter's house over to his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, it felt like the end of an era. The internet was flooded with viral videos of him praying over her, symbolizing a graceful transition of a father blessing his daughter to carry a legacy that has touched millions. But here at the Celebrity Junky, we know the story didn't stop there. While Sarah was out front delivering raw, emotional, and deeply personal sermons, Bishop Jakes never really disappeared. Behind the scenes, he never actually retired or gave up legal control. By the end of 2024, the whispers grew louder. Church insiders noticed Jakes showing up more, reviewing departments, making staff changes, and reasserting himself in leadership meetings. The torch might have been passed in public, but in private, the flame was still firmly in Bishop Jakes' hands. Before we dive deeper into the secret meetings and the leaked reports, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss a single update on your favorite icons here at the Celebrity Junky. The Reanchoring controversy. Suddenly, in early 2025, Bishop Jakes took the stage with no announcement. His words sent shockwaves through the community. There comes a time when you have to stand up and re-anchor the house. He didn't name names, but many felt the sting. Was he criticizing Sarah's direction? He mentioned that some had gotten too comfortable with cute over conviction. Things escalated when reports surfaced that Sarah wanted to expand Woman Evolve into a separate church with its own identity. According to a leaked source from the media team, Bishop Jakes reportedly shut it down behind closed doors, fearing it would weaken the main brand. This decision allegedly caused a serious silence between father and daughter. The hidden dynamics of the return. To understand the magnitude of this shift, we have to look at what was happening when the cameras were off. Insiders claim that the atmosphere at the Dallas campus changed almost overnight. For 2 years, Sarah had built a culture of softness, a place where the evolved woman could weep, heal, and be vulnerable. But Jakes, a man built on the manpower and woman, thou art loosed eras of the 90s, reportedly felt the spiritual authority of the house was thinning out. There's a rumor circulating that the financial board began expressing concerns about the Woman Evolve takeover. You see, while Sarah's following is massive on social media, the old guard donors, the ones who have been tithe-paying members for 30 years, weren't necessarily connecting with the shorter, music-heavy services. When the numbers began to fluctuate, Jakes didn't just step back in as a father. He stepped back in as a CEO. The theological tug-of-war. This isn't just a family spat. It's a theological war. Sarah Jakes Roberts represents a new gospel of mental health and self-actualization. Bishop T.D. Jakes represents the old gospel of prophetic decree and spiritual warfare. When Jakes returned to the pulpit, his tone wasn't just fatherly, it was corrective. He spoke about anointing versus popularity, a direct shot at the influencer-style Christianity that Sarah has mastered. The most awkward moments happen during the rare joint appearances. Have you noticed the body language? In recent months, viewers on the live stream picked up on subtle cues. Sarah looking down when her father speaks about tradition, and Jakes interrupting Sarah's flow to clarify a point. For a woman who has built a brand on being wild and free, being micromanaged on her own stage must be a bitter pill to swallow. The corporate takeover, it's all in the paperwork. What most people don't realize is that the Potter's house is more than a church. It is a global enterprise worth millions. When Jakes handed over the pulpit, he didn't necessarily hand over the keys to the kingdom's treasury. Sources close to the administration suggest that legal documents were never modified to reflect Sarah as the ultimate decision-maker. This created a phantom leadership where Sarah had the influence, but the bishop still had the veto. The tension reportedly reached a boiling point during a budget meeting for the 2025 conference season. Sarah allegedly pushed for a massive rebranding that focused more on digital immersion and lifestyle content. Jakes, however, reportedly felt this moved too far away from the word-based foundation that built the Jakes name. It wasn't just a disagreement over a logo. It was a battle for the brand soul. If Sarah can't control the budget, she can't control the vision. The silence of the inner circle. One of the most telling signs of trouble is the silence of the church's inner circle. Longtime associates of Bishop Jakes, who were expected to mentor Sarah into her new role, have reportedly been caught in the crossfire. Some have quietly retired, while others have been reassigned to smaller satellite campuses. It feels like a purge to ensure that the only voice echoing through the halls is that of the original founder. Even Sarah's husband, Ray Roberts, has seen his role shift. While he was once a fixture alongside Sarah at the Dallas campus, he has been spending more time focused on their Los Angeles ventures. Is this a strategic move to build a backup plan, or is it a sign that the Roberts family is being squeezed out of the Dallas hierarchy? The optics suggest that while they are family, they are increasingly being treated as employees rather than heirs. A legacy at risk. The danger of Jake's return is the potential alienation of the very people Sarah brought into the fold. For many Gen Z and millennial Christians, Sarah was their last bridge to the organized church. If they perceive that she is being undermined or silenced by the patriarch, they won't just leave the Potter's house. They'll leave the church entirely. Jakes is a master communicator, and he likely knows this. But the dilemma is clear. Does he allow the church to evolve into something he no longer recognizes, or does he pull the reins so hard that the horse stops running altogether? Every move he makes right now is being scrutinized by thousands of other pastors who are facing their own succession crises. If the Jakes family can't get this right, who can? The wild and free breakout? As we look toward the future, the big question is whether Sarah will finally decide to walk away and build her own Woman Evolve empire without the Potter's House banner. She has the numbers, she has the fame, and she has the message. But walking away from her father's house is a move that could lead to a permanent fracture in the Jakes family. For now, she remains. But the energy in the pews tells us she's standing on a stage that's shrinking beneath her feet. Every Sunday is a game of wait and see. Will the bishop take the mic? Will Sarah share a testimony of her own healing? This time, healing from the pressure of her own father's expectations? What do you think, Junky fam? Is Bishop Jakes protecting his legacy, or is he holding Sarah back from her destiny? Is it possible for a father and daughter to share a stage when they have such different visions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video if you want more deep dives like this.